I'm Jada Black, if you don't know. We're going to talk about former NBA players, Gilbert Arenas and Nick Young. Now, this video came across to me. This video here, where he's explaining the story of when he was, I guess, just now starting in the league, him and Nick Young, and how he would smash Nick Young's, well, the girls that he was dating, I guess to prove they were thoughts. We're going to get into it. We're gonna get into this video. But make sure y'all like the stream. Shout out to the moderators and the members and the supporters of the platform, okay? Let's see who's here. See, Gemini. Shout out to Vernon85 with the super chat too. Let's see, Vernon. Let's see, Gemini Rising, Bella Michelle, Trails, Don Julio, Kenton, Lando, Terrell, Q-Lock, Jolene, Ronald, Sean, Merc Blue, Hattie, Campbell, Molly, Steven, Gerard, Sean Oliver, Brainiac Black, Tamisha was good, D-Stroke, see, DT Artman, Jacelyn, Steven, 803 Brown was good. Floyd, Heavy Weather. True ATL and what's good. Kwame, Daniel, David. Make sure y'all like the stream. Let's see. I want people to know I don't condone smashing your friends' girlfriends, because what that's going to do is going to create tension and problems. Now, sometimes you have to charge it to the game. I think Nick Young did that, but I think Gilbert liked doing that, to be honest. You know, Gilbert just seemed like the type of guy that would just do something just cause, and then later on, he'll justify it. You know, with friends like that, who needs enemies? You know? But again, if you're a female and you're dating somebody, why are you sleeping with his friend? You know? Jenna Jackson, what's up? I think he was explaining why, you know, Nick Young is very strict on business with him. He doesn't give him any discounts or anything, and it's because Nick feels some type of way about that even to this day. Nick Young even took a picture with Gilbert Arenas' ex in the club because he still harbors that resentment. Nick is one of those people that he lets things, he seemed like the type to let things go. He don't let things bother him, you know? But there's still going to be some resentment. There's some passive aggression there. But honestly though, I don't need my friend trying to show me that my girl ain't trustworthy. That's for me to decide, not you, you know? And you justifying what you're doing just because at that time, you know, he could have been doing what he's doing because he wanted to, not because he's trying to prove anything to me, you know? Knowing, you know, black men like I know them, they will just do things just to do them and then make an excuse later. What's up, Liana? But yeah, man, if a chick is doing that, definitely charge her. Don't, you know. You know, you don't mean you got to get into no fist fight with the dude, but just say, hey, you know, she exposed herself as a thought. I ain't got nothing to do with her now. But that just shows you the lack of respect that Gilbert has towards Nick Young, man. You know, he don't got no respect for him. Now they may be cool now, but ain't no telling. I'm just saying, as Nick Young may have gotten back at him. You know, he might have smashed one of the chicks he was dating. You know, when he was with his baby's mother. You know, maybe that's why Nick, you know, moved in silence. You know. But you know, this situation, it reminds me of a movie called Murder by Numbers. I don't know if any of you have ever seen that film. It's a film with Sandra Bullock in it. And I believe she plays a detective, and she is looking into all these cases, you know, these homicide cases. One of the main characters is Ryan Gosling. Okay. Ryan Gosling and another guy were friends, right? Ryan Gosling was I would say the alpha male of the two friends, and the other guy was a bit nerdy, awkward, weird, you know. And he really liked this girl, and Ryan Gosling's character thought that the dude was getting unfocused, you know, because they were out committing these crimes or whatnot. So what Ryan Gosling did, I guess he stood up to Ryan Gosling. So Ryan Gosling went and smashed a girl that he really liked. Like this dude was so deep in this chick's friend zone, he didn't even know, right? And what happened is when he stood up to Ryan Gosling, I think he wouldn't call him, he wouldn't talk to him. So Ryan Gosling contacted him and told him to look at a video, and the dude played the video, and it's Ryan Gosling's character smashing the girl that he liked, right? And Ryan Gosling's character was like, he basically said he did it just to show him what type of girl he is, because I guess the dude was trying to change his ways because he thought he needed to be a better guy for this girl, you know? And he filmed it and then sent it to him to watch it. You know? And then called him when he was watching it and told him why he had to do it. Make sure y'all like the stream. So the guy ends up going back to school, I believe, the next day. The girl is trying to talk to him and he's ignoring her, right? And she's trying to figure out why. And I think he called her a slut. And she was like, what? And he walked off, and she called up to him, and he was like, what? And she slapped him in the face. Oh man. Oh man. Some guys get treated better than others, man. The movie was called Murder by Numbers. It was in 2002. It was a Sandra Bullock film. That's a dose of psychology there. Okay? Like if you're somebody who likes the study of psychology, you definitely should check it out. And the dude, Ryan Gosling character, he was trying to flirt with the detective and shit. And it's a mind fuck, man. It's definitely a mind fuck. But that's how some of these friendships are, man. Some of these guys, you know, they will be screwing their best friends' wives or baby mothers because that female sees him as more of an alpha male than the guy that she's with. And that guy can either let it go or he can confront him. And if he ain't strong enough, he ain't gonna say nothing. So we're gonna take a look at this video. Hopefully I don't get no copyright. Let's take a look at this video. It's a 9-minute video.
About your boy Nick Young, man. So where'd that start? The whole friendship, how did it all go to today?
You know, like when you're a veteran, you get to, pick a rookie that you're gonna torture, the rest of his life. And, Nick Young was it. He came, he got tortured, and watching what he becomes, I want some parts of it. You know, that's not my rookie anymore. Like, I'm like, ooh, that's what that's not what you're supposed to turn into. Like,
So he's basically saying that he was a bad role model for the rookie incoming players, man. You know, imagine being mentored by Gilbert Arenas during the time he was in the NBA. If you think Gilbert Arenas is a bit crazy now, imagine how he was then, making a lot of money. You know?
that's not me right there. Wherever he came, you know, you got the Swaggy P. I still don't know what the P stands for. I really don't. So that's
P.
the
That's right.
And it's a dumbass nickname to be honest. And then
I think it's pretty tough.
And then he's into fashion, so it's like that wasn't me.
Oh man, he said at least he getting something. So they're like so you walk into a club with these guys, they're gonna hog all the attractive chicks, and let's say you're a rookie, you got to sit back and just wait for who they don't want, or wait till they done smashed. Is that what you're saying? Jeez.
Tell me he's thankful.
Yeah, you got to be thankful as a rookie.
This Nick, I see why he goes by most hated. I guess this is where it came from, was you guys.
We all had to go through. I didn't get nothing my first year.
You were just
nothing. Like the rumors, like, oh yeah, girls gonna be waiting in the lobby and this and this. Yeah, they waiting. Not for my broke ass. Not for me. They waiting for the 20 million type of guy. Yeah, not the 200,000.
These hot girls did their research.
And that's interesting because these chicks know the salaries of these guys, right? They know who's making 15 and 20 million a year, and they know the guys that are on the minimum salary. I mean, even the guys on minimum salary can still pull some chicks, but the veteran thoughts, the ones who've been out here in these clubs, in these hotels, lobbies, waiting on people, they know who's making what. These are the chicks that are watching the drafts, taking notes, following everybody that gets in the first round, looking at the salary of the first overall pick to the 32nd overall pick. You know, they do their research. They do their research on
It's funny.
the type of chicks
I used to
they go
manage
after.
nightclubs, and you could see who the chicks were going home with. Cold sweat smile.
Appreciate that, Steve, on the East Coast. Yeah, these chicks know who's making what. They done, like I said, they done been through. They're veterans of this. You know, they're veterans of being in, like I said, being at clubs, being at birthday parties. Because y'all know these athletes throw birthday parties, so they're at all of those get-togethers, award show after parties, draft after parties. They there. You know? Trust me, if it wasn't for that Rona, there would have been a ton of draft parties going on. And guess who would have been in there? Your favorite IG model.
Yes, they did.
They did. So what year for you to start kind of heating up a little bit?
Soon as it says 65 million,
Oh my, that was what, third year, fourth year?
yeah, my third year. Yeah, as soon as I went to DC, it was like, oh, Gilbert. Oh, now y'all know me.
They were like,
Come on
They
here.
were like, hey,
not gonna
big
turn
ass.
it down. No, come on.
you guys are great, man. That's just,
Okay, how the rappers rap about? That's really
that's
our
the
lives.
lifestyle.
That's our.
Hold up, Cat. Ruby Rose. Is that the actress? Ruby? That's not the actress Ruby Rose, is it? Or just an IG dot?
Our lifestyle.
So when y'all
Camera
go to the
begging
club,
for
do it
him
like
to
a,
buy her
we
a
pull up,
phone.
scope it
Dang.
out, get him and leave, or more of like a go in and vibe and have some-
Depends on the personality. You know, some guys are club heads. They just like the whole atmosphere of the club. You know, some are hunters. You're just gonna go in, pick him, bounce. You know, so some.
Who was that guy?
Me, I'll go to the club maybe 30 minutes, and then
30 minutes.
You know, I'm like, yo, young fella's gonna bring you back to the room. You know, so I'll have Nick or whoever my rookies were there. So I'll leave so no one sees me with the girls leaving.
Got you.
Yeah.
It's the quiet.
These guys know all the tricks in the trade as far as leaving clubs. Like, they know not to leave with the chick that they actually going home with. She goes her separate way, he goes his, but they get back up together, you know?
that matters the most. You got the funny moving and you got the quiet, more of a
Now,
quiet.
yeah, I know people are going to say, like, okay, well, he's being humorous about it. That's Gilbert's personality. That's his personality. He's a very goofy guy. That's his personality. People like to mix humor with the truth. You might mix in some fibs there, but the truth is always in the middle. It's always there. Some people don't want. I know this is hard for some people to believe, but this shit goes on.
I like that. That's more my kind of vibe, you know?
Okay.
I can't get caught up, obviously. But while we're on this subject, so I need some female advice, because obviously you can be the ultimate city boy, right? So basically, about a month ago, during break, I brought this girl a teddy bear, right? I know simp stuff is not the best thing. I'm out of character. It's not me. I put it on her doorstep, and then the next morning she hit me. She goes, "Oh," she was like, "Thanks for the bear. Like, thanks, bro." And I don't know where to move on for that, bro. I don't know what to do, man.
She said, "Thanks, bro."
Well, like, thanks, like THX for the bear, you know. But for me, it felt like a thanks, bro. So like, I didn't know how to respond to that, man.
And that was a month ago? Yeah. And nothing's happened since?
No, I was talking to her about every day too. Put in the hours.
So if you was my rookie, I say, listen.
Put me as your rookie.
Try this again. Grab $200. Put it in an envelope. Put your number and name on it, and say, "See you tonight." Boop.
And that's just gonna work.
Probably not. It probably won't work for you,
Rich,
but she
yeah.
got $200, so she be like, "Oh, he's balling."
Oh,
And then boom, back conversation.
So should I do that after we start doing the show when it drops? So it's more like kind of like, you know, cloudy and like I'm in her field.
No, wait till she knows you popping, and
Okay.
then hit the 200. She gonna come over.
So I'm gonna wait. Okay, so look.
Yeah, that's the thing. If you make it somehow, the women gonna come. That's why a lot of guys, man, they think it's a science to getting attention from women. As long as you handle your business, as long as you do the things necessary to make a name for yourself, the women are gonna come. Women are you know, I'm gonna say, I say they are addicted to men who make a name for themselves, who are successful and who make a lot of money. But you have to make a name for yourself, you know? Instead of worrying about how the art of cold approaching, you know, learn the art of making yourself somebody, and the women will come. Okay?
Boom. So that's step one. Weightlifting, should I get in the gym a little more? I'm kind of swole, obviously, but
No, that really has nothing to do with nothing.
nothing. It's just
She has a friend?
she does. Friend, yeah, she's a friend. June. Oh, saying names. Wow.
Yeah.
Wow. Shout out to June then.
Holla at the friend.
Okay. Boom. Friend.
Holla at
Get
the friend.
attention from
Usually girls want somebody who other girls want.
Got you.
That's very true. That's very true. That is the realest advice that anybody could ever give you, is that women want a guy who other women want. Gilbert understands it. A lot of other guys understand it. Why you think you got dudes who will post themselves up with women? You know? Because they know that, especially if she's attractive, women, your value to that woman in her eyes is gonna grow because she sees you with another, you know, attractive woman. You know? Yeah, well, that was pretty much the gist of the conversation. He started giving them some advice towards the tail end of the conversation. Yeah, that's why a lot of guys work on their physical. They work on their bodies because they know that if all it takes is one female finding me physically attractive, then I know in the minds of other women are going to find me physically attractive, you know? But that's just Gilbert, you know, really speaking on his truths, you know? All I have to say is this, man. If you friends with a guy who used to smash the girls that you dated, the guy, not only did he not have no respect for you, the women that you dated had no respect for you, even though you were in the NBA. You know why? Because he had already established himself already in the league. So for the most part, they knew more of him than you. You just got into the NBA. and you weren't really a household name in college at USC. Was a good player. Wouldn't say that you were a top tier, you know? So you really have to look at those things. But make sure y'all like the stream, man. This is not going to be a long show. But I just saw that video. I thought it'd be very interesting. You know, a lot of moving parts, man. You got the lack of respect. You got the cheating girlfriends. You got the guy who is a bit naive, but again, he doesn't let things bother him. I think we all have to be indifferent to thoughts. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's almost like you're testing your girlfriend. You're leaving her around a guy just to see if she will make that move, you know? I think some guys have done that. Some guys get to the point to where they don't want their girls around certain men because they know those guys may be able to pull her. But if your girl respects you and is really into you, she's not going to, especially your friend, you know, teammate, co-worker, whatever, you know? That's how you know a lot of these relationships, for the most part, are only put together because of who the guy is, what he has. They're always looking for a guy with a bigger bag. This is why you will see chicks go from this athlete to that athlete. They were dating a guy who may have been a young player, wasn't making a lot. Now you're with the guy who's making a ton of money. Or you get with that young guy who just got a big contract extension, but before then she was dating a guy who wasn't making a lot of money. Kind of a little bit of, I won't say unknown, but it's not a big name, you know? A lot of movement there. It's a lot of movement there, you know? But again, sometimes you need people that's going to be real and honest. You know, Gilbert's one of those guys. You know, he has his flaws. You know, I think it's incredibly, I wouldn't say stupid. It's incredibly crazy to me that he would do that and he think that he is teaching Nick Young something. All he taught Nick Young was how to not trust women, you know, to never make a commitment to a woman. Now, his future relationships may have been affected because of what was done to him when he was younger. And he may perceive women a certain way because of that. That is why you shouldn't call no woman your girlfriend unless you want to be in a committed relationship with her, you know? Unless you want to be in a committed relationship with that woman, don't call her your girlfriend. If you just sleeping around with somebody, just say you're sleeping around with them. That they're just, you know, somebody that you're, you know, it's a beneficial situation, but it's not a relationship. A lot of these guys are in beneficial situations for the most part. Even though you got this guy who I was cool with that's smashing these chicks that I'm dealing with, I may not hate him, but I'm not going to trust him. I'm not going to fight him either. I'm just going, you know what, not deal with those women, but I'm going to keep that dude at a distance. I'm not going to call him my friend no more. And then when it comes to business, yeah, I'm going to be, you know, stiff on, you know, what I'm charging you because I don't trust you. And I don't like you. But I'm not going to be angry and want to fight you. All you did was take somebody off my hands, you know, that may have been becoming a problem. Probably been, you know, I've been spending money on this person and, you know, the first sign of her getting with a guy with a bigger bag, she does it. All you did was help me, you know. But don't call nobody your girlfriend unless you want to be in a committed relationship with her, you know. Because it's clear that, you know, Nick was getting in relationships with chicks that he was just screwing. You know? But like the stream, folks. If you again, I'm gonna put the number in the chat. Don't call my show from a private number. I'm not answering it unless I know exactly who you are. But you shouldn't be calling me private. The fuck the private shit for? I don't give out numbers unless you on some troll shit and you want me to find out who you are. You know. But some of you guys do some weird shit, man, and this is weird. I don't care what nobody says, it's still weird. It's still weird for you to be smashing your friend's girlfriend. Even if you know she's a thought, even though you know she's a bust down, that ain't for you to decide, it's for him. But that's still some weird shit, you know? This dude is literally probably kissing her after she was with you. And that's your homeboy. And that's the type of karma you don't want. You know? No wonder Nick Young took that picture with his baby's mother in the club. Nick ain't never forgot about that. Nick still probably thinks about that to this day. He thinks about that situation. But he's not going to be angry and upset about it outwardly. But I'm sure he still thinks about it. And I'm definitely not going to trust you if I find this shit out. But again, when somebody doesn't respect you, they feel like they can do whatever and say whatever to you. You know? Never be cool with no dude who thinks he's either better than you or he's, you know, he has some type of, you know, I wouldn't say control, but, you know, he walks around as if, you know, he's entitled. He's an entitled person. You know, no. You get cut down to size real quick with me. But, you know, I think that friends should be on an equal playing field. It should never be a guy who thinks that he's above you and he can do whatever he wants to you and you have to take it. That's not how you want things to be. You know? Yo, but like the stream, people. Yeah, D'Angelo Russell recording him, man. Like, he's just around people he just can't trust like that, man. This shit is crazy. Got dudes recording them. You know, you got dudes smashing chicks that he just probably just started dating. He might have helped save him from wifing up a thought, but again, that ain't your call, man. You know. You know. Let's see. All right. Let's see. Hold on a second. Hold on a second, people. All right. Yo, Brianna, I see you. Charm, I see you. William, I see you. I see you. Y'all imagine if you have friends, right? Imagine if you have friends. One is recording you, reporting on you. Another is hooking up with girls right up under you. I don't know if he ever probably told. I believe he told Nick Young years later. You know, Because it can't be a situation where, unless they had like a fight with each other and they got it off their chest. That's the only way I could see a situation where you have individuals getting along with each other and being cool with each other after the fact. So maybe they had a fist fight. Maybe they got off their chest. You know what I'm saying? It could be that. Nick Young loves that pass around blunt. Well, he didn't admit to. Matter of fact, let me play it over. I'm gonna play it once and play it over. Hold up.
He got tortured, and watching what he becomes, I want no parts of it. You know, that's not my rookie anymore. Like, I'm like, ooh, that's that's not what you're supposed to turn into. Like, that's not me right there.
Gotcha.
Wherever he came, you know, you got the swaggy P. I still don't know what the P stands for. I really don't. So that
is he throwing shade? I think he is. Hold on a second. Hold on. Yo, what's up?
Hello.
Hello?
Hello, can you hear me?
Is this you, Beth?
Yes.
What's up?
I don't think Gilbert has very many friends. This is some weird stuff.
Yeah. What do you think about it?
I think that it's not an accident that every few months he comes out and says some wild, stupid stuff. I think he just does this for attention at this point.
So you think Gilbert is trying to get attention?
This is like the fourth or fifth time he said something stupid. First he was trolling Lupita. Then he said, oh, all the NBA players. Like, I don't think it's a coincidence. Or maybe he really is just as annoying.
Mm-hmm.
And if he had to like this while he was playing, I can imagine he probably didn't have very many friends.
Well, I mean, that's Gilbert. I mean, he's all about just being who he is. And that means saying things that's gonna piss off people.
Yeah, I don't see why he's doing this. I don't know what he has to gain from this.
Mm-hmm.
So, and I'm honestly surprised that nobody has put out a hit on him or tried to fight him or something.
Can you say that again, please?
I said, I'm surprised nobody has put out a hit on him or tried to fight him.
You say you're surprised that nobody what?
Tried to fight him or put a hit out on him.
Oh, I said maybe him and Nick have, but no, I don't think he fears Nick Young at all.
I think he needs to grow up.
Yeah, well, I mean, that's who he is. That's who he is.
What kind of example is he setting for his children? He has daughters. They're going to grow up seeing how he treats women.
Yeah.
That's not going to work out for them.
Mm-hmm.
They already have a garbage, blood-sucking mother. Now this is the only parent they have left. They're better off being give up for adoption at this point.
Well, I think that at this point, I think the truth sometimes need to be said. I don't think we need to mask it or hide it. I think he's just being honest, you know.
Yeah, but there's a way he could have said that. He didn't have to go publicly and say that.
Well, maybe not. I mean, but would you rather him not say it and lie about it?
He could have called. He has his phone number. He knows how to reach him. He did this on purpose for a reason.
Uh-huh. Okay. All right. Well, I appreciate it. All right. Appreciate you calling in.
Okay.
All right. Talk to you later. Shout out to Beth with the call. Shout out to Beth. I'm trying to do some maintenance here. But yo, what's up?
What's up, Jaye? This is John from New York here.
What's good, John?
Okay, this Gilbert guy, you know, did some foul shit, like smash.
This is why about this single face with rolling eyes stop with voice
with
charm.
ex-girlfriend, right? Or ex-girlfriend, right?
Yeah.
I mean, like, these days, like, friendships, there's no loyalty no more. Nobody respects the code, and, you know, I mean, like, nobody, like, has any respect for each other. I mean, if you're my close, good friend, and you know, like, real close, why would you know, go behind your friend's back and, you know, do that grimy stuff, and then next thing tell him, like,
Mm-hmm.
I mean, like,
Yeah, it is grimy.
and like, I'm supposed to trust you. How can I trust you now if you're doing this kind of sneaky, you know, grimy shit? I mean, like, what's the point of having loyalty if you don't respect the person?
Right, and that's what's going on. There was no respect there.
Especially if the person's taking care of you. I mean, like, I bet you he was taking care of him, and then he got to do this kind of stuff. Come on, like.
Well, again, maybe they've settled their issues, but I just think that Gilbert just did, even then and probably now, doesn't have much respect for Nick Young, which is what it seems like. But again, he's telling his truth, I guess.
I can see that, but there's also one thing I believe in, and it's karma. And then his karma is going to come. I mean, don't think that he's sleeping on it. I mean, he might smash one of his, you know, exes.
He
or
might
whoever,
have.
You know.
He might be dead. He might have. You know.
Yeah. So it's gonna come bite him in the ass sooner or later. If you do that grimy shit, it's gonna come right back to you. So I believe in karma. I believe in that stuff. So don't do these to others if you don't expect things to come back at you.
Yeah.
And that's a lesson for everybody.
Absolutely.
Anyway, that's all I gotta say, Jay. Salute to you always.
All right, man. Thank you for the call. Thanks you. I was using plural S. Thanks you. Yeah. The definition of she ain't yours, it was just your turn, man. I could do a whole video series off of that. You know, about these guys sharing women. A lot of these women are out here chasing a small percentage of men, which means the competition is heavy, so they end up sleeping with these guys because they are considered the top tier. You know, that percentage that makes a lot of money, that is also considered physically, you know, in the best shape ever, you know. So you got those women slurring themselves out to those guys. You know what I'm saying? They're slurring themselves out to those guys. You know what I'm saying?
Man, and I thought Bishop from Juice was a snake.
Yeah, Bishop one of the all-time snakes. But this might be the snake shit to end all snake shit because he's still cool with him. They still cool with each other, you know? Still cool with each other. Maybe time heals, but revenge, still people have that in their hearts to get back at you if you do something to them, you know? Finally got this ringer working. Yo, you live, what's up?
Hey Jay, this is Jonathan from Texas.
What's good, man?
Wanted to point out this is kind of like a young-minded mindset that I used to have.
Uh-huh.
And at the time when I was singing, I had this friend or acquaintance. We hung out probably once, and he after a while he was talking about this girl. You know, he was talking about publicly about her, giving her flowers and stuff, but like the girl wasn't minding giving him no play.
Mm-hmm.
She did one time, and then she didn't like him anymore. And fast forward a couple more months, she started talking to me, and she was promising me all this like relationship stuff, cooking for me every night, doing my laundry and all of this. Wanted to be my girlfriend, but like I was like, holding off. And it started to get to me because one time I was in the hospital and she came to see me. She volunteered to take care of me. So like I talked to my friend acquaintance, who I used to work with at a point in time, and told him if he was okay with that. And he said I wasn't going to do it if he said no, but like I guess I kind of was testing his manhood, so he said yeah. And this ended up being my worst ex-girlfriend of all time. And kind of what I did to him pretty much happened to me on a worse level, way worse level, but pretty much happened to me. And she was with a dude that was acquaintance of mine, and it's just like, I think it's like a mindset of like a lack of abundance, which I kind of had to work on, and realizing what my worth was.
Right.
And I think a lot of guys don't have that, like, because we kind of like, what standards do men really have these days? Like, we really don't know what to go for. We just go for looks or whoever gives us attention.
Well,
and I think that's the address.
Yeah, I said it a lot of times in sports, like, and even with rappers, they all date the same type of chicks. Like, they'll see one guy dating this girl, and then once they break up, then
How
they'll
can
start
you be
dating
cool
her.
with someone that snake bit you?
Yeah, it's a matter of a location and just not thinking you can get yours, you know?
Yeah, man, I've seen guys do some thirsty shit, man, in trying to get a woman. They'll be trying to report back, try to talk about the dude to his chicks to get with her. Just complete dirty macking.
Just happened to me. I can honestly say I've never done that before in my life. Even when even when I was with her, she would talk mess about a bunch of guys, and I'll just tell her like, yo, you don't need to talk about that. Like, I respect him, he respected me. Don't talk about it.
Right.
You know. But yeah, I could never date a friend of mine's ex in my life no more. None of that. And that's all I gotta say.
Okay. All right, man. Appreciate the call. Shout out to you, man. Hopefully you're on to better things in your life. But yeah, man, I know some dudes, man. They got zero respect for their friends, man. They treat their friends any kind of way. They clown them in front of people and be trying to screw their girl. Now, some guys, they'll just clown you. They won't be trying to screw your girl. Yo.
Hey, Jay, what's up, man? It's Terrell from DC, man. How you doing?
Nothing much, man. What's up, Terrell?
Not much, man. I'm cracking up over here. Hey, listen, real quick. So, my opinion about the situation, bro, is crazy how these dudes don't understand that with the money that they gain comes a lot more problems than they already have been accustomed to. You understand what I'm saying? Like, a lot of times what these dudes have to understand is that they have to kind of have an I don't care attitude once they become who they are. You understand what I'm saying? Because, and it goes back to the conversation that we had the other day. If you're not marrying somebody who you grew up with, chances are these women only in it for the one thing. And you, to be honest, because that's a story that just keeps on being, written. I think at this point, man, we just have to take the L on that. Understand that unless these dudes have to realize too, man, the only way that they gonna really be safe is if they go in the basement and build a woman like Steve Urkel did in the chamber when he was.
Yeah, right.
You know what I'm saying? That's the only saving grace. Because I mean, think about it. Unless you can build your woman, build her how you want her, lock her in the basement. Outside of that, you really don't. I mean, if you just go back in history, bro, look at all the dudes. And no offense to nobody, but look at all the dudes who was very unattractive, but they had clout. Look at Biggie. Rest in peace, Biggie. Biggie had chicks. Why? Because he had money. You see what I'm saying? If you look at a lot, like look at dudes like Sam Cassell. Them niggas, man, they whack looking, bro, but they got women. You know what I'm saying? So it's not the money is just the cheese on the trap. You feel me? So it's not even. They not attracting these women because they dudes that these women want. Like, they attracting the women because of the main thing, which is the money. And at the end of the day, that's a story. And that's because you made a great point about Gilbert Arenas' personality. A lot of the stuff that a lot of people are not going to, receive what he was saying because it came across as a joke. But something that somebody told me a long time ago, even truth, there's truth even in a joke. You know what I'm saying? And even though he was talking the way he was talking as if it was comical, he was really speaking facts. And if you know him, it's stories that when he played for the Wizards, like I said, I'm from D.C. When he played for the Wizards, man, they used to clown this dude because he was just one of them type of dudes that just didn't care about nothing and nobody but himself.
Right.
And that's just how it is. But again, like I said, unless you build your own woman, when you got that type of success, you're going to always run into these problems because these women, man, they get tossed around from this dude to that dude, and they literally, it's like a team, it's like a game for them as women. It's almost like the basketball or whatever league they playing, and they competing for the women league because the women got their own league too. They got their own game they trying to play. They themselves are trying to get drafted as well, and they're trying to get drafted to another dude who got money or another dude that they ain't never been with before. And that's just my take on it, bro. Thanks for taking my call, Jay. I love the content, man. Keep it up, man.
Cool, man. Thanks for the call, man. I appreciate it, all right? But the thing about the perceived ugly dudes, though, like I knew a lot of dudes who would be seen as ugly. They always got chicks because of their personalities. They can make chicks laugh or they play sports. You know, there was always a way for them to get women. Like there was some dudes that were ugly, and they still was able to get the chicks they wanted because they had a personality about them. They had I don't give a fuck attitude as well. You know, I think women are attracted to guys who just have that I don't give a fuck attitude. You know. Yo, you live? What's up? Calling in and hanging up. Because I knew some dudes who, like, people say, oh, that guy's ugly, can't get no girl. Have you seen his baby's mother? Or two of them? It just depends on if you're known. Like if you're known, people know about you, you're considered popular. Because you always got the popular neighborhood people. Like everybody in the neighborhood know them. For some reason, they're just very popular. You know? I have to do maintenance work on this Skype every day. Line's open for a little while longer. Anybody else want to call in? All right, Bella Michelle, appreciate you being here. Shout out to you. But I knew some dudes, man. They weren't perceived as the most attractive, but they was always with attractive chicks. Yo, you live? What's up?
Yo, Jay, this D-Stroke calling in, man.
What's up?
You know, we just as men, as black men, as black women, man, we be too quick to want to just, you know, fuck each other over, man. You know, for you know, validation and cheap attention, man, from the opposite sex, man. It's, you know, it's old, man. It's a song as old as time, man. You know, but we gotta do better, man, because it seems like a lot of us don't really have a high level of moral integrity, man. You know, it's just kind of like, you know, well, at the slightest moment of inconvenience, you know, I'm just gonna stab this person in the back. You know what I'm saying? And try to one up this person, you know, so that I can get the attention or whatever, you know what I mean? Because I find myself in a lot of times where, you know, I'm in situations where it's like, okay, you'll be talking to a female, and it'll be like 100 females around, you know what I'm saying? And it'll be like, you know, maybe a few fellas around or whatever, and it seems like all of a sudden now you're talking to one chick, and now it wasn't no dudes around you. Now all of a sudden, now like magically, you know what I'm saying? Some dude that I guess you want to define him as like a cop blocker or whatever. You know what I'm saying? Like this dude just pop up out of nowhere. You know what I'm saying? Almost like he just came up out the ground or something. You know, to try to mess up your swag and mess up your, you know, what you got going on because you know they trying to do that, you know, that sucker shit, man. You know what I'm saying? Trying to look good in front of the female, and it ends up backfiring on them. You know. And I'm not just going to do it. I'm not going to do it like, hey, what are you doing? You know, I don't get down like that. I sit back and watch dudes play this stuff, though, and I have fun with it. And then later on, me and the chick be sitting back laughing at that situation, you know. But we got to stop doing that to each other, man. You know, like I'm sitting there listening to this interview, and I'm like, damn, man, like, you know, there's such a thing as loyalty anymore, you know?
Yeah.
You know, it seems like that's you know, loyalty is a rare commodity, man. You know, that's why when I do run across somebody that, you know, I do feel like, okay, this is somebody that I can trust, which is far and few in between, man. You know, I value people like that, man, because you don't meet people like that every day, you know. And I'm very careful about who I let into my circle, man. You know, you gotta be. Because you could clearly see like you can't trust nobody, man.
Absolutely. That's how it is.
Yeah, it's sad, man. You know, but that's definitely an issue that we have in our community right here, man. That's, you know, we gotta stop stabbing each other in the back for petty ass reasons, man. Just gotta stop that.
Right.
You know? But yeah, you know, I know you're trying to, you know, get up out of here, man. I don't want to take up too much time.
Okay. All right. Well, appreciate the call, D-Stroke. Okay. All right, man. It's a light day today. All right. All right. Shout out to D-Stroke the call. Yeah, not as many calls as yesterday. Yeah, the lines are open a little while longer. Hold up. I've been adjusting this. You said you couldn't hear him. First, I had people telling me that he was too loud, and I got people saying he's too low. Which one is it? Was it too loud or was it too low? You had to choose one. So let me work on this audio. Because I heard it clear through mine. The echo chamber, but it was clear. Sounds like he was talking through a can. Like he was underwater. Well, I'll take another call or two. Any females want to call in? You want to speak on this real quick? Do you have anything to say? What do you think about, women passing between friends, going from one friend to the next? Have you ever slept with a guy that was friends with somebody that you were dating? It was an echo. The echo. Yeah. Have any of y'all, like, be honest, ever dated a guy and then got with his friend? Have any of y'all ever y'all was dating a guy? Maybe you were just dating him, right? Maybe you just didn't have no labels or whatever, and you just got with his friend just cause. That's goofy. Come on, man. So I'd have to call. I have to check the stream when it's over because I thought I heard you. That's the number, Jolene. The number in the chat, Jolene, if you wanted to call in, number in the chat. Yo, you live with Jada Black. What's going on?
Hey, Jada Black. How are you? Hey,
I'm good. Is this Jolene?
Yep, this is Jolene.
Hey, can you turn your background down just a little bit?
Okay, so I just.
All right.
My husband just took. Yep, I can hear you. I
can
hear you. So
cool.
The question was, have I ever been in a position where one of my friends, actually, let me just say this first off. It's nice to finally speak to you because I haven't spoken to you actually in person or,
Yeah, it's first time, right?
Well, I will say that as I was growing up, I was actually never in a position of ever sleeping with any of my friends, any of the guys who I was with. Excuse me. I'm so nervous. Why am I so nervous?
I don't know. Well, you're amongst friends,
So here's what I'll say is that I always had a lot of men who were attracted to me and wanted to talk to me and wanted to do things with me. And I was always the girl who just didn't do anything with anybody. However, my two best friends that I was with, they oftentimes really liked the guys who liked me. So unfortunately, I was always in a position where the guy that liked me, I didn't like. However, my best friends would like them. So of course I'd be in a position where it's like, okay, he likes me, but you like him, so you can be with him. You know what I mean? But I was never in a position where, I personally did it to anybody else myself.
Okay.
So isn't that interesting?
Yeah, your sound is going in and out, Jolene.
Really? It's going in and out? Can you hear me?
Yeah, you good now.
Okay.
All right.
All right. Well, I don't have much to say from that because I just came back into the chat, so I don't really know everything.
Yeah,
about the
I think you
conversation
framed it. You said that you basically never went after a guy that was with your friend, right?
Exactly. I would never do that. I
Yeah.
would never do that. However, my best friends have done that
Yeah, because
to me often.
Wow.
Very often.
Because there's like a jealousy thing, a competition thing with a lot of women who have friends that have boyfriends, and they just want to see if they can get him, to at least attempt to cheat on the girl. I think.
Oh yeah, definitely. And I've been in full on situations where I'm like, I don't really like the guy. The guy's interested in me. I'm kind of, I'm not sold on the guy. But my best friend is like, oh, you should really be with him. You should really be with him.
Mm-hmm.
And then I find out that my best friend actually was with him.
Mm.
And I'm sitting here like, oh, okay. Well, that's fine. I mean, I really didn't really care for him at all anyways. And you still went behind my back and slept with him or did something with him or kissed him or did something with him.
Mm-hmm.
So it definitely does happen. Women do it very often. They do it very, very often. But I'm not going to speak for every woman. I'm going to say that it's just there's just always this jealousy. There's always this competition with many women, not all women, but with many women. The women who feel like they have to compete will continue to want to compete, and it's just kind of for the people that don't really care about competition and know that they'll win anyways. It's kind of a non-factor, if that makes any sense.
Yeah, I mean it makes sense, and I would think that that's maybe why you're married. So your perspective was getting with the guy and just being with that guy and not trying to compete with other women for the guys that they were with that may like you. You don't want to see if you can take him from her.
Right. I never understood why would you compete over a man when there are so many men out there.
Right.
And having a man is so easy to have, if that makes any sense. Having a man is so easy to have.
I have heard that.
We have what men want.
I have heard that. I've definitely heard that before, But yeah, man, it's definitely like hearing your perspective and the perspective of women that want to call in. It's a good perspective that you have, Jolene. First time calling in.
Yeah, but exactly. But that's from a married millennial, 26-year-old who's married to somebody who is who is significantly older, not that much older.
He's not 65.
Within like a 10-year span,
Oh, okay.
He's a little bit older than me. So I'm in a position where like you just have to pick who is ready and is ready to actually take a relationship seriously.
Right. Absolutely. And it seemed like you found that,
Yeah.
And you sound very mature, most 26-year-olds,
Thank you, Jay Black.
All right, it's no problem. All right, and I appreciate you
all
calling
right,
in.
We'll talk to you later.
All right.
All right, you take care.
You
Bye.
too. Bye. Shout out to Jolene with the call. She's a married millennial woman. Now, if you would listen to her, you would think that she was older. I actually thought she was going to say she was older than 26, but she's 26. Millennial, Some of these millennial women can't get their mind right, okay? I don't know what it is. They too busy chasing behind, males out here that ain't looking to settle down. They ain't looking to settle down. They chasing behind these dudes. Dudes selling them dreams and they soaking it all in. That's the mindset of a lot of millennial females out here, unfortunately. And then they done had 2 or 3 kids by these guys, and it's a wrap. Okay. Once 25 hits. Time to wrap it up. You get out the game in your prime. Smart move. Ladies, take note. Exactly. When you close to getting to your prime, you gotta get that guy that's gonna be there with you for the long haul. Don't wait until you out of your prime and you 40 something years old still in the club. You waiting for the quarantine to be over so you can get back in the clubs. Hopping on IG with your club dresses, going to church on Sundays, like that's your routine at 42. Okay, we need to stop that routine. The routine needs to be getting married at when your value is the highest. But if that's not for you, then don't utter the word marriage ever again. If you just want to be a confirmed single lady, then do that. Okay? Then do that. But you can't be 46, still, waiting for the quarantine to be over because it's summer. So, these chicks definitely want to get back on these beaches. They would definitely want to get back into some clubs. I don't care what they're saying on social media about. They don't want to leave the house, stay home. They don't want to stay home. They want to get right back out here. Okay? If today was any indication of how this month is going to be, man, I've never seen so many people out on the roads. Most of the stores, banks packed. People want to get out the house. And especially these middle-aged women who still single, they want to get out and about. Okay? They want to get out and about. They've been by themselves long enough. Meanwhile, you got some of these millennial, women, they've settled down, they've married, they good, they're not looking to go nowhere. Some of you middle-aged women can take note, okay? It's almost like everybody says the weather's getting hot, fuck a quarantine. It was so goddamn packed out there today. The roads, the stores, even the gas stations were packed. I'm like, goddamn. Who ready to see the attention slowing out here? In the malls and some of these other places. Who ready to see them? Who ready to see somebody's young grandmama? Out here, man. Oh my God. You got hands up. Yeah, man. Everybody and their grandmama was outside today, man. Jesus. Everybody was out today. I know y'all seen it in y'all city. Everybody was out today. I know it's Friday, people getting paid. Some people probably got their stimulus. But damn. So a lot of people out that was out today. God, sheesh. I ain't seen that many people out since early March. But yeah, man, that weather, some of these beaches, I want to know who's on the beaches. Because some of y'all in Florida, like, y'all can give me a bird's eye view of what's going on the beaches. Yeah, people tired of staying in the house, man. They ready to get outside. Especially the single women. I was asleep, so I didn't see anything. I went out for a drive. That was a huge regret. And I was trying to go one place, but ended up not going because every place was packed. The traffic was crazy. It's like when you call the traffic down, man, it clears everybody going 80 miles per hour. Nothing happened in Miami yet. But I know some of the beaches in North Florida, I think, are opening up. Yeah, it's gonna be a very interesting month, man. It's getting hot. The weather's warming up. Sun's out. It's a beautiful day outside. The weather's mostly always good here, man. Oh yeah, man. Yeah, people are definitely gonna be acting up once that corona's clear. People can hop on planes. People can fly where they want to go. Inside and out, I love me. Well, yeah, I love me too. I love myself some self. Say went fishing today. Good day for you. Yeah, man, this is good fishing weather. You know, where I used to stay previously, people would go and they would fish over a bridge. It was like a little, it was like a river under there, in between, it was like a forest of trees. People would go there and they would fish in the spring and summertime, even in the fall, sometimes in the winter. Team Lone said, and you know this. Mm-hmm. Shout out to D-Stroke. Folks gonna be begging for a second stimulus check soon. That's why they're ready to get back to work. Yeah, some parts of Florida, they are back on the beach. Okay, Jolene, I'm gonna check it. Yeah, Jolene said she sent something through the cash app. Okay, shout out to Jolene with the cash
Folks gonna
app.
be begging for a second stimulus check soon.
Yeah, it was
Stop
a good chat
playing,
too,
rolling on the floor
Jolene.
laughing, rolling on the floor laughing.
That was a good chat too, Jolene. Shout out to you for the support on the cash app. D-Stroke with the super chat. I haven't left home, but my apartment parking lot is very empty. Hey, Jason, why do you think that the parking lot empty? Where you think they at? NY is good, Jay, but nothing like where you are in terms of the weather. It's like 68 degrees. Well, it's 68. It's about, let's see where it is here. It's about 70 degrees. Hold on, let me see. It's about 72 degrees. Yeah, it's about 72 degrees. Sun beaming down. Shout out to Shy, Cali protesting stay at home. They should. Ain't nothing really going on for them to continue to have those people cooped up like that for another 15 days or a month. Some of these states want people to be on lockdown until the 15th of June. Good luck with that in California. They getting that Poom Poom and Dizzy. Well, if the parking lot empty, they all gone someplace.
Cali protesting the stay-at-home orders. Finally.
Appreciate that, man. Yeah, man, I mean, people getting tired. The weather warm, they want to be outside. Shout out to Darlene. Yeah, this is live, man. This is live. And you're late. Oh, yeah, man. But see, the thing here is where I'm at in South Carolina, like, the governor's been very lenient. You know, he hasn't been putting pressure on people to stay home, but he did advise it. But he's lifting a lot of restrictions. And I'm seeing a lot of people go back to work, and I'm seeing certain businesses open up their lobbies in their restaurants to allow people to go in and wait inside. You know what I'm saying? Jay Bird's Eye View. Yeah, I need somebody to give me an idea of what's going on in their city. Like, what's up? They open the malls and restaurants here in Texas. I know where they are. Oh, they did? So they've opened the malls, Jason, and restaurants in Texas? Yeah, we know where they at. Yeah, Darlene, that's gonna be tough on them parents. Hopefully, they have an essential job so their kids can go to a daycare. I think the kids can go to daycare if they have essential jobs, which is crazy. Imagine your kids being out of school for a whole year. Shout out to them parents. Grocery stores look like the club. Well, the grocery stores I've seen have definitely become the new malls. Walmart has been packed. Chick-fil-A. I remember I drove past Chick-fil-A last Friday. Man, they were packed. They were packed Monday, I think. Yeah, we didn't panic. A lot of the states in the South didn't panic like some of these other states are panicking, and like Michigan panicking, Virginia panicking. Some of these places that didn't even have big numbers like that of people getting, the virus, or they were just panicking, trying to overplay their hands, and they looked like fools. Yes, sir. Out getting wasted. Are they gonna open up the clubs? I know a lot of you can't wait till them open. The social gathering, get together places, gatherings, or I know people can't wait for them to open. Okay. But yeah, if they open up the malls, that's probably where most people are at. And restaurants too. Connecticut still locked down. That's crazy. I hadn't even heard Connecticut having large numbers. Some of these governors, man, they just wanted to flex their muscle. And these are the people that are getting voted in. Living that Cali life says, I'm ready to get back to bartending. Okay? Yeah, I'm pretty sure your patrons can't wait for you to get back to doing that either. I actually love this time with my kids, but they didn't love the time with each other. Yeah, they probably like being in the house.
Jay, most black women are crazy and grew up without a father. They think that's cool.
I don't know about that. I think there are bitter, dysfunctional black women out there that did grow up in a bad situation and have had bad things happen to them, and they grow up to not be good parents. So we know that's going on. But I would hope that they don't think that that's cool. I would hope they don't think that at all. But, you never really know what's going on in the mentality of a lot of your modern females these days, I know we down here we have a big bar scene in Columbia called 5 Points for like the college kids. It's a well-known party scene, man. I know they cannot wait for those bars to open. I'm telling you, man. Yeah, man, I hope everybody's doing good, man. Hopefully everybody can get out and go to the park now. Can go to, if your beaches are open, go to the beach. If your restaurants are open, you can go to your restaurants. Or you can go to stores or malls. Some of these small mom and pop stores definitely need to be open. They don't have a lot of traffic in there anyway. So what's the point of closing them? Like Barnes and Nobles, you're not going to see a ton of people in Barnes and Nobles, even though it's not a small, but I mean, it's a bookstore, People like to go sit at the bookstore. There was a Popeyes restaurant packed with people standing outside. Maybe the chicken sandwich is making a comeback. Oh, the chicken sandwich ain't left. They brought it back. I don't think it's left since. I think they still been selling it. Oh, really, Darlene? Okay. Well, hope you safe out there too, Darlene. You got a crazy fucking mayor up there. Even before shutting down, people are still living paycheck to paycheck. Right. People need to be working, man. Over 30 million people without jobs. Why do you think that relationships are starting to fall apart? Look at the videos I've done. Relationships and marriages are falling apart because people don't really like being around each other, but they are with each other for the sake of the kids, man. They're with each other for the sake of saving money. They're with each other for the sake of not being alone, you know? And that's a bad situation to be in if you just, with somebody because you don't want to be alone. By the way, go and check out the videos I did today about Stacey Dash divorcing her fourth husband. Also, check out the video I did about Katie Couric getting checked by Denzel 16 years ago and her complaining about it now, Yeah, man, he is, Darlene. Yeah, he is a piece of work. But all right, people, that's it for me. Make sure that y'all have liked the stream. And thank you for being here on this Friday afternoon. Hopefully y'all have a very good weekend. Okay? And stay safe out there. And I will see y'all on the next live stream. Okay? Y'all take care.